The WWE Attitude Era, a revolution in professional wrestling. The WWE Attitude Era is often considered one of the most transformative and popular periods in the history of professional wrestling. Spanning the late 1990s to the early 2000s, this era was characterized by a stark shift in content, presentation, and audience engagement that fundamentally altered the landscape of wrestling forever. As the WWF, now WWE, competed head-to-head with World Championship Wrestling, WCW, during the Monday Night Wars, the Attitude Era paved the way for a new breed of sports entertainment, combining edgy storylines, memorable characters, and high-octane action that appealed to a broader audience. The birth of the Attitude Era. The Attitude Era formally began around 1997 when the WWF faced a declining viewership, largely due to intense competition from WCW's Monday Nitro. To counteract this trend, the WWF made a conscious choice to shift its programming from child-friendly and cartoonish wrestling to a more adult-oriented product that featured mature themes, complex storylines, and anti-hero characters. This shift was encapsulated by the slogan, "Give us what we want." In times of great change, the only stable thing is the opportunity to embrace change. Don Tapscott. Key elements of the era. Edgier storylines. The plotlines during the Attitude Era were infused with elements of sex, violence, and rebellion. This was a notable departure from the more sanitized storylines of previous eras. Storylines often included dramatic betrayals, unexpected plot twists, and a plethora of shocking moments. Memorable characters. The Attitude Era introduced a host of unforgettable characters, many of whom would become legendary figures in the wrestling industry. These included Stone Cold Steve Austin, the rebellious anti-hero whose motto Austin 316 became a cultural phenomenon. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, known for his charisma and catchphrases, he was a key player in elevating the sport's mainstream appeal. Vince McMahon, the on-screen antagonist and owner of WWE, who played a significant role in many of the decade's major storylines. Triple H and DX, the irreverent faction that challenged authority and embraced a raucous, counterculture persona. Match quality. The Attitude Era is also known for delivering some of the most exciting and high-stakes matches in WWE history. From hardcore matches to classic rivalries, the wrestling itself often stole the show. Iconic match types such as the Hell in a Cell and the tables, ladders, and chairs (TLC) match emerged during this era. Women's revolution begins. While the women's division during the Attitude Era often focused on eye candy and bra and panties matches, it laid the groundwork for future female wrestlers to show their skills and solidify their positions in the industry. The likes of Lita and Trish Stratus began to emerge as powerful figures in their own right. Cultural impact. The shift to a more adult-oriented product did not just change the content, it changed how wrestling was consumed. The Attitude Era aligned with a growing desire for raw, gritty entertainment in pop culture, and WWE became synonymous with the mainstream. It brought professional wrestling into living rooms across the world, contributing to significant increases in merchandise sales, pay-per-view events, and TV ratings. WWE also capitalized on other media to engage fans, utilizing platforms such as music, video games, and even collaborations with Hollywood. This expansion not only fueled the WWE's profitability but also cemented its status as a cornerstone of entertainment. Legacy of the Attitude Era. The legacy of the Attitude Era is felt even today. Many current wrestling fans and performers look back on this period as a golden age. The popularity that wrestling saw during the late 90s has yet to be replicated, and many of the storytelling techniques, character archetypes, and production choices have their roots in this era. The Attitude Era taught future promotions valuable lessons about the importance of character development, storytelling, and the ability to resonate with fans on a deeper level. Even as WWE has shifted away from the attitude tone in recent years, many recognize that the blueprint laid during this period continues to influence wrestling content across generations. Conclusion. The WWE Attitude Era represented not only a seismic shift in wrestling content but also a broader cultural phenomenon that redefined sports entertainment. It solidified wrestling's standing in American culture and set a high bar for storytelling and character development that continues to influence the industry to this day. Enthusiastic fans still look back on this era with fondness, remembering the unforgettable moments that make up its legacy. FAQs about WWE Attitude Era. Question: when did the WWE Attitude Era begin? A. The Attitude Era is generally considered to have begun in late 1996 and continued through the early 2000s, officially ending around 2002. Question: who were some of the key figures of the Attitude Era? A. Important figures include Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Vince McMahon, Triple H, and the D-Generation X faction. Question: what was the significance of the Monday Night Wars? A. The Monday Night Wars were a rivalry between WWE and WCW that spurred innovation in wrestling programming, leading to some of the most iconic moments in the sport's history. Question: how did the Attitude Era impact women's wrestling? A. While it often portrayed women in a more objectified manner, the Attitude Era paved the way for future generations of female wrestlers to demonstrate their athletic abilities and storytelling prowess, setting the stage for the women's revolution in wrestling. In the grand tapestry of professional wrestling, the WWE Attitude Era remains a thrilling chapter characterized by conflict, creativity, and an unwavering commitment to entertain.